Hello, hello. Today I'd like to talk to you about chunking down. It's very, very easy for us to feel overwhelmed when we have, way too much on our plate, which is easily done as small business owners. Sometimes we look at tasks that we have to do and they just seem way too big to tackle. So here's a great quote I wanted to share with you. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. The secret of getting started is breaking your complex, overwhelming tasks into small, manageable tasks and then starting on that first one. Mark Twain. And it's so true, looking at a giant, great big job that needs doing, it can be really just overwhelming. We want to turn away. But by breaking it down into those tasks and into those smaller steps, we're much more likely to get them done, get on top of them. I think we can all do the very next step and just keep that. I mean, if you think about a high-rise building, it just didn't appear that way. There were a whole lot of small, tiny action steps that took place for that building to take shape the way it hasn't. I work in the heart of town and there are some amazing skyscrapers in there. And so when you think of all those steps from going, submitting permits to town planners, to architects, concreters, laying foundations, plumbers, electricians, on and on and on it goes. All of those tiny steps come together to make a huge goal. And it's very much the same for us with our goals. And, we want to have visions. We want to have goals. We want to begin with the end in mind. But once you have that vision, don't let it come across as too big for you. Break it down, no matter what it is you're working on. If you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, break it down into smaller tasks and then look at them, one at a time. For example, if you're trying to, if you'd like to develop a course, for example, it sounds like a huge task. I've got to, put together this whole course and deliver it. But if you begin with the framework or the module outlines, before you get into the content, if you look at the timeline and the dates or the format of how you're going to deliver it, each of those steps, once you've chunked it down, they are really manageable and you can get on top of them. But those are the steps that will make your vision a reality. And if you think about putting together just your outline or just your framework, it's not overwhelming. If you think about naming your 6 or your 10 modules, that's not overwhelming. But you put all of those non-overwhelming steps together and you've suddenly got your course. So breaking things down into smaller chunks makes everything so much easier. So tell me, what's on your to-do list that you could chunk down, that you could chunk down? I'd love to hear about what you're working on and what goals that you're tackling and what you're going to chunk down. So let me know in the comments. I'd really love to hear. So have an awesome day. Thank you. Bye-bye.